All right, hello everyone. I'm Amelia. If you didn't know that, now you know. Today we're talking about how to get more bend in your horse, and this is something that if you show, you might hear needs more bend. That might be a comment that the judge writes on your test sheet. It also might be something that your trainer tells you to do. It's important to first of all know what the aids are to get your horse to bend more, because what happens most of the time is you hear needs more bend, and the first thing you do is just pull on the inside rein to get more bend. However, it's important to understand that bend means in the whole body. So from the pull to the tail, you want the horse's entire neck and rib cage and back to bend, so they have a equal bend from their pull to their tail. You don't want more bend in the neck than in their body. It's also important to consider the size of the circle or the figure you're riding. So if you're riding a 20-meter circle, you're going to have less bend in the body than if you're riding a 10-meter circle. 10-meter circle has more bend than a 20-meter circle. Okay, so if the aid is not to pull on your inside rein, then what are the aids to correctly bend your horse? So I'm going to show you here on Mercurio today. I'm just going to start out at the walk, and I'm going to make a 20-meter circle. And so if I want my horse to bend in the body, the first thing I think about are my legs. So the bend starts from your inside leg. So your inside leg should be at the girth, and your inside leg pushes the horse into the outside rein. I'll put in a picture here that illustrates this, but so my inside leg is at the girth, pushing him into the outside rein. Now my outside leg needs to be slightly behind the girth. So your outside leg is a very important function in the bend because your outside leg prevents the hips from falling out. Sometimes horses, they just swing their hips out in order to avoid the bend. So your inner leg at the girth, your outer leg behind the girth creates the bend in the rib cage. Your inside leg is pushing the horse into the outside rein. You have steady contact on the outside rein. And then with your inside rein, you're just helping the horse to flex. So your inside rein flexes the horse. Flexion has to do with the neck. So my inside rein does help to just give him a little bit of flexion and positioning to the inside like so. So let me go up to the trot, and I'll show you the same thing at the trot. So here I've got my inside leg at the girth, my outside leg is behind the girth, my inside leg is pushing him into the outside rein, and my fingers are indicating the flexion. Now you'll notice when your horse is correctly bent, you can give on the inside rein and they stay bending to the inside. So that's really important, that you want to have it be inner leg to outer rein, where you can get your horse off the inside leg. You can give on the inside rein for a few steps, and your horse stays bending. So I'm going to change and go to the right. Now to get bend on the right side, my right leg is now at the girth and my left leg goes behind the girth. A lot of riders forget this leg position, and it's super important to get the horse correctly bending. And again, I'm using my wrist and fingers on the inside. I'm scrambling my eggs with my right hand. If you don't know what that means, check out my video about scrambling eggs. But so I'm getting him to look to the inside with my fingers on the inside, but I'm most certainly not holding him in the bend with the right. So see, I can give, no, I've got to get it better. So there, when I tried to give on the right, he didn't stay bending. There, good. That's always the test of correct bending, is if you can give on the inside rein and your horse stays bending. So let me go up to canter. So canter is a gait where the horse is naturally a little bit bent because you have a left lead and a right lead. And again, if I'm making a circle to the right and I'm bending my horse to the right, my right leg is at the girth, my left leg is behind the girth, and that's how I'm creating the bend in my horse's body. Good boy. So I think that's my biggest tip is if you're getting that comment, needs more bend, you need to involve your legs. So with Mercurio, he has a hard time bending to the left. Every horse is going to have a side where it's more difficult for them. So to the left, I really have to be using my left leg. And like you see here, I'm kind of leg yielding him off my left leg and into the right rein to get that bend in his body. Once I push him off my left leg, my right leg is behind the girth to prevent the hips from falling out. Now if I ride a 10-meter circle, that bend has to be even more. So in order to ride a 10-meter circle, I have to bend him even more in the body. And then if I'm going to make a 10-meter circle to the right, I switch my legs. I'm using a little bit flexion on the right rein now, and I'm getting him to bend in his body to the right. Good boy. Good boy. So some good exercises to work on getting more bend in your horse's body. One of my favorites is doing serpentines. So serpentines are a really great exercise because they work on the bend and also the ability to change the bend and make the horse more even left and right. So I'm going to start with the 3-loop serpentine. This shows up in training level test 3. And basically it's 3 half 20-meter circles. And this is where the judge is really looking for that bend. They want to see that the horse is bending in their body. Good boy. And I'm really aware always of my inside leg to outside rein connection. So that really is the key to the bend, is that it's inner leg to outer rein connection, and that I'm not just pulling on my inside rein. So it's really right leg to left rein here with my left leg behind the girth, and now it's left leg to right rein with my right leg behind the girth. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, Mercurio. So I hope that this helps you guys with getting your horses to bend more. It really is about involving your inner leg to outer rein. It's also important to consider, like, let me know in the comments if you have a horse that's more short coupled, like Mercurio, a horse that's shorter in the back, it's going to be harder to get them to really bend in the body than a horse that's a little bit longer in the back. So that's where sometimes having a horse that's just a little bit longer is actually an advantage in dressage. Horses that are more short coupled are easier to collect. Horses that are a little longer are easier to bend in the body. So give me a thumbs up. I hope you enjoy this video, and be sure to check out the comments below. I have, let's see, what do I have below? You can sign up for my email list or take my free rider assessment quiz. So thanks for watching today. The end.